Damn YouTube! Back at it again with another video bringing you WWE 2004 as always. We are on week 3 of January 2004, and if you look up top you'll notice I'm still playing the beta. That's because today is Monday. TEW 2016 fully was released today. I'm excited. I'm getting the game tomorrow in the full version. But while we still have the beta, let's keep on keeping on with our 2004 game, which we will still obviously be continuing. So we're on Monday Night Raw right now. Let's go ahead and get right into these locker room incidents. We have something involving Victoria. I'm intrigued because she was booked on this episode. She turned up very late, breaking the locker room rules. Ooh. We're gonna give you a stern warning. God damn it. I didn't know that. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. And Booker T did the same shit. God damn it. That's great. Absolutely great. And we can't skip past that, can we? Nope, we can't. Fucking hell, man. Alright. I guess for now we'll just switch this real quick to someone else. These segments to someone else to come back in and fix it. You guys are obviously seeing what's going down on this show when it comes to this stuff. Fuck, we gotta completely rebook this match. God damn it. I didn't think about that. Alright. I guess we learned. It's difficult for me because I want to show you guys the incidents as they happen live. But in this situation, it kind of fucks us over a bit. Not gonna lie. So, where's the leadership? Is Victoria on this segment? No, she's not. I'm trying to do this without you guys being able to see everything. Fuck, I gotta rebook this entire match too. God damn it. Alright, just throw someone in place. Yes. And then, what's this? Yeah, alright. Boom. Alright, now we can deal with the incidents. Sorry about that. Which we go right here for incidents. Alright, slap on our stern warning. Oh, interesting. Fucking bitch. You can't. God damn it! I forgot that he's in that segment as well. Right here. This is so frustrating to go back through and do all this over again. I swear, yo. Alright, Booker T. Stern warning. It got handled. Nothing noteworthy about it, so. Alright, now we have to go through and redo all of this. Fucking wonderful, yo. Fucking wonderful. Fucking wonderful. Booker T versus Scott Steiner. Throw in Booker T right here. Means we completely have to rebook all this, which is wonderful. So I guess you guys get to see a little bit of how I book. Not really anything too special, you know. Definitely not the best of this game at all. Probably one of the worst when it comes to actually playing, but nonetheless. Throw Booker T here. I'm just glad we don't have to like redo everything when it comes to time and all and shit like that. Let me not put Matt Hardy in. Goddamn. Victoria. I'm loving it. Throw in Lita. Wait. Shit. No. Alright. Almost fucked up there. Open match. Script. Tainted. Pinfall. And distraction. Oh, nope. Okay. I clicked it way too soon. Lita will get distracted by Molly Holly, the women's champion, which leads to the pinfall by Victoria. Lita's extremely unhappy. I don't care. I'll pay you off. It's alright. Victoria. As you can see, this is a very gamey angle right here with all voted on sex appeal. Is that all? Or did I? Because I only had Booker T and Victoria. So let me just go through real quick, double check. Yeah, that should be all. Alright, now let's get right into Monday Night Raw. Sorry about that little wait right there. But nonetheless, we kick things off. Eric Bischoff comes out to the ring, grabs a microphone, and says, right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call out the #1 contender match participants, Shawn Michaels and Rob Van Dam. They come down to the ring. And then basically Eric goes back and forth with both of them, talking about how this is a great opportunity for the both of them. And then he says, but tonight, to make sure this match stays inside the boundaries I would like it to be, I've appointed a special guest referee. And Eric points to the stage. Evolution's music hits, and the World Heavyweight Champion Triple H comes out. And basically Triple H walks down to the ring with a smug look on his face, wearing sunglasses indoors, grabs the microphone and says, I'm going to call this thing right down the middle. And Shawn and RVD look at each other, then they look at Triple H, and that's pretty much how the segment ends. We then go into our opening contest, the Hurricane versus Matt Hardy, something to give both of these guys something to do. I like both of them. I don't have any plans specifically for either one of them at the moment. However, I enjoy both of them, and especially the Hurricane. So I gave Hurricane the win here with 8 minutes and 23 seconds. Hurricane definitely had the better performance. That's great. We then go into a video package. It's showing off a recap of last week where Booker T defeated Mark Henry to become the number one contender for the Intercontinental title, which leads us into a match against Scott Steiner. This is I read the question mark, this little question mark here, for the match length, and apparently any match under 20 minutes is capped at only being able to get an 80, which is a B. And so this getting a 77 B for 9 minutes is really good. Almost 10 minutes is really good. Booker T had the better performance. That's great. I have no plans for Scott Steiner. I honestly don't. Booker T I obviously have plans for. Scott, I don't know what I want to do with him at all. But yeah, Booker T defeats Scott Steiner cleanly with a scissors kick, giving him some more momentum going into that Intercontinental title match. We then, right after, have Randy Orton slide underneath the ring. Slide underneath the bottom rope, slides in, boom, hits an RKO on Booker T, and then poses over him with the Intercontinental title, ending that segment, where basically Orton's like, I'm better than you, and I'm gonna fucking prove it. Except, you know, without the cursing. We then turn backstage, and it's one of those segments. They did it a lot in the Ruthless Aggression era, actually, where one segment would end, leading into another by the camera zooming or panning back from the television screen. So we would do that, Orton posing over Booker T, but we'd be now in the locker room of Evolution, and Triple H points at the TV and says, that's exactly like what I like to see about Evolution. He then turns to Flair and Batista and runs them down, saying, you guys need to dominate here tonight. They got over on you last week. The Dudley Boys got over on you. Tonight, no. You guys are going to show why exactly you are the tag team champions. And they just nod at them and say, all right, yes, sir, we'll do it. Which leads us into a match against Val Venus and Lance Storm with Evolution, the tag team champions. Obviously, Flair and Batista win. Match was poorly placed. The crowd were already hot and didn't need working. All right, that's my fault. Still, like I said, still learning the crowd management. A lot of people not suited to their gimmicks. Wow. Flair and Batista had the best performances. That's good. After the match, Batista and Flair grabbed Venus and Storm. And to further send a message to the Dudley Boys, they talk trash about the Dudley Boys to the cameras. And then Ric Flair smacks Batista on the chest and says, Batista, get the tables. He grabs 2 tables out. And they put both Storm and Venus through tables via power bombs, while Flair just dances around smacking himself, wooing. Woo! That's pretty much how that segment would go. And then we lead into backstage. Test is walking out. We hear Jerry Lawler say, up next to Hardcore Champion is an act. And then Maven out of nowhere pops out of a corner and tries to attack Test. Test comes back on Maven, grabs Maven, throws him against the wall, completely drops him. And then we have Test basically grab his Hardcore title and says, you're not taking this from me. Nobody's taking this from me. And he keeps on walking. So Maven attempts to win the Hardcore title, but he fails. Which leads us into a Hardcore title match. Test defends this title against Spike Dudley successfully. Test right now, fun fact, is the only person that's been Hardcore champion so far that's had more than 3 defenses. This was defense number 3 or 4, one of the two. He's had 4 defenses, but after he defends the title against Spike Dudley, they don't click at all. Good to know. After he defeats Spike Dudley, SmackDown superstar Rhino hops the guardrail, hits the ring, hits Test with a gore, pins him 1, 2, 3, grabs the title, hops the guardrail, and dips. And Jerry Lawler's like, no, the title's going back to SmackDown. And then we cut backstage. Molly Holly is being interviewed by Terry about what she did to Lita last week. Molly Holly basically says that she's trying to prove that women don't need to show off their thongs to be successful. She looks at Terry and says we don't need breast implants, blah, blah, blah. Which leads us into Lita versus Victoria. That did really good. Lita had an in-ring performance of 62 and Victoria had an in-ring performance of 51. Victoria wins the match using the ropes for leverage after Lita gets distracted by Molly Holly. So just imagine Victoria rolls Lita up and then puts her feet on the ropes to win the match. And then Molly Holly and Victoria continue the assault on Lita until Trish Stratus hits the ring after her music plays. She runs down to the ring, hits the ring, and gets Victoria and Molly Holly off of Lita. So that's basically Trish saving Lita. That could lead to a lot of things, so that's good. We then have Goldberg walking backstage. We hear Jay Lawler say up next is a handicap match. Goldberg will face Chris Jericho and Christian, the two men that have been thorns in his side for the past couple of weeks. And we have a handicap match. Christian was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone else's in-ring performances. Really? Wow. The match was poorly placed. The crowd was already hot and didn't need working. Wow, I guess I didn't need to fucking hunt any. Didn't need to raise anything because the crowd's been hot all night, so that's good. Goldberg got disqualified after going into a rage and refusing to stop assaulting Chris Jericho. I've wanted to test this road agent note for a while since the game got released, the demo. And I figured this would be the perfect time because I didn't want Goldberg to win, but at the same time I wanted him to be dominant. So I had him basically destroy Chris Jericho and Christian in this segment during this match where he gets disqualified. And then, oh, wait a minute. All right, then. He suffered a... I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Jesus. All right, and then we have Goldberg still continuing the assault right after, dropping Chris Jericho and Christian again, and then Goldberg spears Chris Jericho straight through a guardrail, ending the segment. Goldberg standing tall. We have security coming out trying to pull him apart, and Goldberg's just like, I'm not done with either of you yet. I'm not done with either of you. We then go on to our main event match. Shawn Michaels defeats Rob Van Dam by pinfall. Triple H was the special guest referee for this match. However, Shawn Michaels super kicks Triple H right before the finish because Triple H tried to attack him, and he also tried to attack RVD. But boom, a super kick happens to Triple H. Triple H goes down. Shawn Michaels then super kicks RVD, pins RVD. Earl Hebner comes running down, slides into the ring. 1, 2, 3. Shawn Michaels is now the number one contender for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And then after... God damn it, Rob. This is why I didn't give Rob the match at the Royal Rumble. I originally planned to give him the match at the Royal Rumble against Triple H, but literally every week, man. Every goddamn week. After the match, these two get jumped by the rest of Evolution because Triple H is annoyed that he was super kicked. They jump them both, leaving them down and out. And then Triple H stands over Shawn Michaels with his title, grabs him by the back of the hair and said, "You'll never win this again. I'm damn sure of it," and then smashes the title into Shawn's face. Ending Raw. And that was Monday Night Raw, and 82, again, does better than SmackDown. We've come to learn that, though, that Raw is doing better than SmackDown. I did not, if you notice, I did not do a tryout match at all this week on Raw because I noticed that I hired Claudio Castagnoli to developmental. However, he was fired, I guess? I didn't release him or anything, but I noticed him in the local talent, so I don't know what was up with that. So I kind of just decided not to do any tryouts this week. But I probably will starting next week because I'm not going to do just one shot on SmackDown before Raw. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw, guys. On SmackDown, next episode, we're going to have the semifinals of the WWE Championship Tournament. Find out what happens as Kurt Angle faces Rey Mysterio, John Cena faces A-Train. And what's going to happen with Hardcore Holly? Hardcore Holly, as you know, is not a part of the WWE roster anymore. He was fired. However, at the end of the SmackDown last week, he showed up and caused absolute mayhem before being arrested. Is he going to be on SmackDown next week? Who knows? Find out. Take it easy, guys.